Hey guys, what is going on? How are you doing? I'm doing good personally myself. Hopefully you guys are doing good as well yourself. And I don't know about you guys, but I personally think I picked a really great time to start doing this news thing again with the Nintendo news and the updates, and bringing back this old, really cringy series I used to do about 5 years ago that was not nearly as professional as these new ones, so please don't look them up. But yeah, I think I actually I think I actually planned for a good time to start this series back up because there is a lot of stuff to talk about, and we're gonna get right into that. Let's not daddle any further. Is daddle the word that I'm thinking of here? I don't know, but let's not waste any more time. There is a lot of news going on, a lot of Pokemon news, and in my last news update, I said I was gonna be very excited if Diamond and Pearl remakes were announced, and we got that, and we got more than that. So I'm very excited. Hopefully you guys are too. If not, share your thoughts in the comments. Just comment away. You have a right to your opinion, and I appreciate you commenting on my videos too. So, there was a Pokemon live thing on YouTube. I forgot what exactly it was called. It wasn't a Nintendo Direct. It wasn't a Pokemon Direct. It was just kind of a Pokemon thing. A couple days before the actual Pokemon Day happened, and it was something I didn't really know about or wasn't really thinking was going to be a big deal when I saw it on Twitter, but then I was like, okay, I guess I can go ahead and just like watch it, see if anything comes of it, and I'm really glad I did. I got up, I went to sleep at 4:30 that morning, I got up at 7 in the morning to watch that and went immediately back to sleep, but I'm really happy I did. I was half asleep, but I got so hyped when I saw Diamond and Pearl remakes. That was just, it was so good. So good, I was so happy to see that. Well, but I got some notes here to make sure I didn't forget anything because I am awful when it comes to winging it in videos. Just awful. So, the Pokemon Snap looks really good. They added more, like, content to it. A lot of stuff I expected. It just looks like a really, really pretty Pokemon game, and that's the biggest thing, I think. It's just, it's so pretty. And it's essentially, it's Pokemon Snap, but the fact that they're bringing it, like, back from the dead and making it, like, a thing again, it's, like, the updated because back when they did the original N64 one, it was only, like, the original 150, because it was just a first-gen Pokemon game on the Nintendo 64. So I personally am really looking forward to seeing what they do with it on the Switch. I hope it's a really extensive, fun experience. I notice you have rivals. You have a girl rival and a boy rival, which looks really fun. The boy rival, I'm pretty sure they're rivals. Like I said, I was half asleep. I'm typically half asleep most of the time. But it looked like the boy, you get two rivals, kind of like an X and Y, kind of like you have a ton of rivals and you just kind of compete with them. And I think that's something they started around like Black and White, I want to say, with like mainline Pokemon games, but I think that's a really cool thing because you don't just have the one rival, you have like different rivals, different storylines going on. It's a good time. The male rival kind of looks like Phoenix Wright, I think. Just in my opinion, he looks like a little Phoenix Wright, and I love Phoenix Wright, so I'm happy that there's a character that remotely looks like another character from a series I love. I mean, I'll take it. But yeah, not a whole lot about Pokemon Snap. We already know what we're getting into for the most part. We just don't know how elaborate and extensive this game's gonna be. I think we're in for a real treat when it comes to this game, especially them Gen 1ers like myself. Actually, I prefer Gen 2 a lot more, but people that grew up with OG Pokemon games are really gonna get a kick out of this stuff, I think, and really gonna like make the most out of it, especially with like the photo editing stuff and just the social media. You can share it, and I think that like the online part of it, if it's done well and it's not some like Miiverse trash, I think it's gonna do well. I think it's gonna be pretty promising. So the Diamond and Pearl remake, Gen 4 remakes are confirmed. You can't see my face. Are confirmed. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, but I gotta be honest with you guys, it took a while for it to grow on me because I am so happy we're getting this, but I didn't really, when I was first seeing it and I saw like these little chibi sprites and it looked just like the DS games, but like it was more like a Link's Awakening on the Switch kind of deal where it's just a faithful remake. I was honestly expecting something more along the lines of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire because the way they executed Hoenn in those games was just amazing. Like, you can ride on Latios and Latios. It was just so good, in my opinion. I adored that game. And I was expecting something along those lines where they broaden the universe and it's like, what would Sinnoh look like if it was in a 3D world? I wasn't expecting, like, Sword and Shield levels of graphics or, like, innovation. I was expecting more like, you know, like, Let's Go games, which is fine. But when I saw that it was just like a, you know, a pretty faithful remake, which a lot of people probably appreciate, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way at first. I was like, wait, this is it? And then when they showed the Ilka, or the developer that's working on the game, and we'll talk about that in a little bit as well, when they started going on about how it's not Game Freak, that kind of concerned me a little, because I thought, you know, what would this game look like if it was Game Freak? And I was a little salty, just a little bit, guys, just a teeniest bit of saltiness, because like I said, it took a while for it to grow on me, and it eventually did, and I'll tell you guys why. Mainly the Pokemon Legends games, the Arceus. That game is basically supplementary with the Hoenn remakes. We're honestly getting more of this region than we got with Hoenn in Oris or Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. We're getting so much more, and I think that, like, it took me a while to really understand that. I wasn't really sure what to make of the Legends game at first. I thought it was Conquest too, so, you know, like in the comments if you remember Conquest, because that was an okay game. It wasn't the best, but it was pretty alright, I think. Really obscure DS spin-off from like 2010, like 10 years ago. I thought it was that, but it's not. It looks more like Breath of the Wild, and it looks like that kind of open world Pokemon experience people really, really want. So I think we're getting a little bit of the best of both worlds, and these two games are kind of meant to complement each other and just, you know, be like things that people can appreciate, people that grew up in that, like, generation with Diamond and Pearl. Just small tangent here, when I was in middle school, that, like, a little awkward preteen is when Diamond and Pearl came out for myself. And I was just super awkward, just smack dab, like, waist deep in puberty, super, like, the puberty hit me hard. And I was just, like, having a rough time with just school life in general. And that game came out. And I went to this really dope charter school that let us, like, bring our DSs to class. And I took that game to class with me. And at recess, I'd play Diamond and Pearl. And honestly, that game has, Diamond version. I had Diamond version, and I played it, and kids just, like, started coming to me, and we kind of bonded over Pokemon. And I think, honestly, like, Diamond and Pearl has such a special place in my heart for that reason, because it helped me kind of get through middle school and get through all this, like, really challenging stuff I dealt with, like, as a teen. And I feel like honestly, that alone just makes me so happy and has such a special place. Like, Gen 4 is not my favorite gen, but I love Gen 2. I love my Gen 2 a lot. I think they're gonna do the Diamond and Pearl remakes right. I think that we're getting a lot of really cool content, and we should be, you know, grateful for, like, this extra game that Nintendo, like, you know, it came out of nowhere and they didn't have to, like, go into such an extensive route. We don't know a whole lot about Legends. Or is it Legends? I'm pretty sure it is the Arceus game. We don't know a whole lot, but at the same time, I think we have a lot to really look forward to. I think it's going to be promising. Let me see. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah, what happened to Pokemon Sleep? Do you guys remember Pokemon Sleep? It was this app they announced like 2 years ago, maybe, and it's like Pokemon, but it helps you sleep. I don't know about anyone else, but I was kind of really looking forward to it because it would help me, like, get on a normal sleep cycle, because I'm never on a normal sleep cycle, and I feel like Pokemon Sleep would really be beneficial to me. But unfortunately, we're not hearing much about Pokemon Sleep, but I'm kind of hyped about Pokemon Sleep. I really want Pokemon Sleep. I don't know why. But nothing on it. That was really interesting to me that we haven't been kind of radio silent for quite some time. There's a car going by. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if you can hear it because I got, like, a thing on my mic getting out the background noise, but I hope you can't hear it. Oh yeah, I did have some kind of side thoughts about the Legends game. Because they have Arceus in the title, that kind of says to me that they're planning on making more of these if this does well. Because it's just using a specific Pokemon name. Like, kind of like, I don't want to say Pokemon the first movie because they already knew there'd be sequels because that was localized, and I think 2000 was already out by that point in Japan or planned. But I have a feeling they're gonna like do more with this if it does well, which I hope so. And Pokemon, like one that takes place in Johto would be really cool because that it's based on like the Kyoto region of Japan, like Kansai to be specific, and with like the legendary dogs, maybe you like really witness like how they came about. If you've played Gold and Silver, you know what I'm talking about, like their origin. That'd be really cool. And there's just it's such a traditional Japanese looking region that I feel like that Johto specifically would really benefit from it. And if they do Let's Go Johto, and on top of that, like do that kind of game to supplement it and keep this like trend up, I would be really excited as a Pokemon fan. Let me try and attempt to be organized this week, guys. I just gotta find where I put the things I organized. Okay, found them. By the way, I don't think you could see this, but this is a Tails plushie. I had him on my mic stand, but I don't think it's working out too well. This is Tails. He's topical. That's why he's here to the news. So yeah, Ilka, more Pokemon news. Like I said, a lot of Pokemon extravaganza this week. And Ilka is essentially, I just want to give some background on in case people are like not familiar. Ilka is a Japanese studio headquartered in Tokyo with other offices located in Shinjuku, Nagoya, and Kyoto. It's fairly new company established in 2010, and they worked on the Dragon Quest, the latest Dragon Quest game. I don't know if that's the Switch port of the Dragon Quest game. Oh, they worked on Yakuza 0 too. That's a great game. So I think we can rest assured that, and Pokemon Home, of course, that was in the presentation. But I think we can rest assured that the Diamond and Pearl remakes are in good hands. So in more Pokemon Diamond and Pearl news, this broke after the thingy with the presentation Pokemon event. I will put up the actual name of it. I don't know why I can't remember it at this moment in time. Somebody spotted on Twitter, their name is Voltimer. Yeah, was that right? Voldemort, yes. They spotted an NPC in the Diamond and Pearl trailer that, the remake trailer, that was only available in Platinum, which I played a little of Platinum. I don't remember it entirely, but that suggests that the Platinum content might be in this game. It's likely, I think. It's pretty likely. Like, I feel like, what was it? Heart Gold and Soul Silver, if I remember correctly, it added that guy that was obsessed with Suicune. That was Crystal content, because I played Crystal as a kid. So, that's cool. I think we have a lot to look forward to. I think we should be pretty happy as Pokemon fans, honestly. I'm not picky, though, so, you know, everyone has their issues with things, but I'm personally not picky, and I'm really happy with, like, the games coming out. I'm really happy to, like, have a Switch right now and have games that are really cool to play on it. Another thing in Pokemon news, of course, because this is clearly Pokemon Week with Pokemon Day, the top 30 Pokemon were a Twitter poll. The top 30 Pokemon, according to a Japanese Twitter poll, in celebration of the 25th anniversary, was released. It surprised me. It really surprised me because Dedenne, that was the number one Pokemon, which is the little mouse boy from X and Y, the one that the girl had, Bonnie, in the anime. I didn't expect that. I expected like Rayquaza or Charizard, but Charizard, I think people are done with Charizard, guys, because Charizard is number 18. So yeah, to give you, Jirachi beat Charizard. That surprises me a lot, honestly. It's mainly cute Pokemon, the kawaii boys, if you will. So, Japanese video game charts. The Switch is all over the place with that. Like, literally, they're filling up most of it. All of it, maybe? Let's take a peek. Oh, it's all Switch. 10 out of 10. All the games on this are Switch. The Switch is doing so good, guys. Which you already know that? You already knew that. Why am I telling you this? You're watching a Nintendo news video. I'm sure you already know that. And I keep hitting my mic stand. I'm sorry. So yeah, top 10 in Japan currently. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Momotaro Densetsu. Wait, no, that's not Densetsu. Momotaro Dentetsu. Showa. Heisei Reiwa no Teiban. I've heard this game's really popular in Japan, but I have not looked into it. I usually love obscure Japanese stuff like this, but I do not. it's not something that I am quite familiar with. I should look into it more because I don't really know much about it. Ring Fit Adventure, which that's actually a pretty good game. I used it. I've lost like, I mean, real talk here, I've lost 17 pounds playing Ring Fit Adventure. So that should tell you a lot. Because I gained some weight over quarantine. And I lost the weight over, like, just playing Ring Fit Adventure. It's a really, if you guys want to, like have an easy workout routine or just kind of work your way up, highly recommend that game. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's really good. Animal Crossing New Horizons, of course. That's number 4. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That's been doing very well, even though it's a Wii U port. And I mean, it's not surprising. I still play Mario Kart a lot. Smash Brothers Ultimate. Splatoon 2. Minecraft. Pokemon Sword and Shield, and Little Nightmares 2, which I keep getting ads for that. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's cool that it's doing well. I think it's Bandai Namco, so it's not indie, but that's cool. So yeah, Switch is doing really good. There's not a single PS4 or PS5 game in there, and that's impressive, I think. I mean, we know the Switch is doing well, but that's still pretty impressive. So this isn't really news, but it's interesting to me, because there's an unused DS Lite feature that would have effectively turned the console into a Switch, basically. Basically what it was, and Beta64, Andrew from Beta64 found this on Twitter. I think he found it, or maybe he's just talking about it. The DS Lite has an unused video output feature disabled on boot that allows you to play DS games on your TV, and the hacking team Lost Nintendo History managed to restore the feature. So it's really cool to me that they just found this out and just found out like you can play DS games on the TV. Like you can see Mario Kart DS on the TV. I don't know how pretty that would look. Maybe they didn't have time to really perfect it because, you know, DS games are kind of grainy. But it's really cool. And I think that'd be cool to like consider because I do know, I've never done this myself, but I do know it's a little tricky to use a capture card and capture gameplay from a DS or 3DS. I know you have to mod that. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure because I looked into it a long time ago and everyone tells me it's a pain. So that's cool. Just a little cool tidbit there. There's also, any of you Smash Brothers fans, which I'm sure there's a lot of you up in here, and Xenoblade Smash Bros fans, there's going to be, Sakurai himself is going to host a Pyramithra Super Smash Bros Ultimate presentation next week. So if you guys are excited about that character, I know I'm going to be buying it. I mean, I buy all the anime characters. I can't help it. I have no shame when it comes to my blatant weeaboo-ness. I really don't. So honestly, this looks fun. If you guys want to check it out, I'm not as big into like the Nintendo, like the Smash Bros presentations as I was years ago, like maybe 5 years ago. But it's cool. It's cool that they're still doing this. And Sakurai, that man needs a break. Sakurai, you need to take a break. Like Smash Bros friends can be so toxic, and you need to take a break. You deserve it. You deserve it. So, in other news that will make you feel old, there's not really any other news that'll make you feel old aside from the 100 million, like, anniversaries right now. But the Nintendo 3DS is now 10 years old. That makes sense. I can think back to when I got it, and I was a teen, and I would play Nintendogs of all things in the halls. I love my Nintendogs plus cats back in the day, when there were no launch titles, and that makes sense to me, but it is, you know, it's a cool little tidbit, and sometimes you don't really think about how much time has passed, and the 3DS was a good console, and yep, now 10 years old. That's pretty much the story, but pretty interesting stuff with all the 100 million other anniversaries going on this year. So, Bravely Default 2, it just came out, I believe, out on Friday. I think it's out now. I will correct future me will correct my inability to just do a simple search right now. But Bravely Default 2, the reviews are in. They're pretty good. Metacritic gives it a 77 Metascore. User score is 8.5. Looks like it's doing pretty good, and I wanted to add this to kind of even out all the Pokemon stuff in case any of you guys aren't super into Pokemon. So yeah, it's getting good reviews. I have too many RPGs. I can't get into another RPG right now I just can't. But it looks cool. If you guys are looking into getting Bravely Default 2, it looks like a cool game and it's getting good reviews. So, good stuff there. So yeah, I told you this would tie in, but I wanted to save it for the, you know, Tails. I wanted to save it for the end of this video because I keep talking about Sonic stuff, and I don't know if there's a lot of people that are like super hyped about the Sonic stuff or just interested, but I'm gonna add it because it's an update to a previous story. So the voice actor for Tails in the America English's language land, Colleen I'm gonna butcher her name, O'Shaughnessy. Colleen O'Shaughnessy, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. They corrected themselves. I believe, yes, she corrected herself. She said that she would not be on board for Prime, but then there was a later tweet that said, quote unquote, Tails and I aren't finished yet. So that would suggest to me that they're still going to be on board for the games. And apparently, like, she also said she's not Canadian, so she's not doing Prime, so I'm assuming Sonic Prime is done by a Canadian studio, so that may be explaining some stuff. I don't know. It seems like such an elaborate situation at this point. So I think, in my opinion, it might just be like Sega reforming stuff, or just kind of, you know, maybe having a new image for Sonic. I've already talked about this, just look at my earlier videos. Or it might just be like a conflict of just stuff with Sonic Prime. I'm not really sure, because I don't really know what to expect from Sonic Prime. But I don't know. I'm gonna keep an eye on this because it sounds interesting and there's a lot going on with this. Like, Eggman's still on board. We haven't heard anything from Knuckles, from what I've heard, the voice actor for Knuckles. So it's an interesting situation. We know Sonic's out, the Sonic voice actor. He's moved on with the role. So I don't know. It's an interesting situation. All we can do is speculate. So I'll keep an eye on it. And I do have some smaller news stories I'm just gonna read off to you guys real quick. The Wii U received its first system firmware update since 2018. It just basically says improve system stability and usability, so probably to prevent like hacking and that kind of stuff, just like the flip note or whatever it was, that update. And if anyone watching or listening is into Tetris 99, there is the 20th Maximus Cup, which is like a tournament they do every so often. And if you get a certain amount of points, you get a Bowser's Fury background, which I myself do like Tetris 99. I think it's pretty fun, and I do like to collect these backgrounds. I have the Fire Emblem one, the Kirby, the first Kirby one they did. I don't know, it's fun to me, and it's a good way to pass the time, so if anyone's into that, then there you go. And if any of you guys remember that pipe they announced for Animal Crossing New Horizons, the pipe item for the Mario anniversary stuff, it apparently you can get around to like use the pipe and manipulate it so that you can get to the 4th level on your island. And what the 4th level essentially is, for those of you who don't know, it's basically just the 4th level of land, and typically you can't really stand on it or do much with it, but you can like manipulate the shape of it and such. But people have found that you can get to the 4th level by like manipulating, by getting the pipe up there and just kind of doing it that way, so that's kind of cool. And again, to those of you who like Xenoblade, Monolith Soft actually is wanting to hire people who graduate in the class of 2022 in Japanese universities to work on their next game, which is pretty cool. I've been seeing this trend of like game developers hiring and putting it on their social media. I think that's kind of cool that they're getting it out there that way, in addition to like telling people like what their plans are in a kind of a little sneaky way, or you know, if I went to a Japanese university, I'd be all on that, but unfortunately, I don't know game design, nor do I attend a Japanese university, but that'd be pretty cool. That would be very cool if any of you guys are in Japan and graduating in 2022. Also, good luck to you guys, because college is hard right now with the thing going on with the thing, and it's hard. I'm a college student myself. It is not fun. And so, ow, I hit the wall. And so, that's it for the Nintendo news update for this week. A lot of Pokemon stuff, a lot of cool stuff though, so if you guys are into Pokemon, hopefully you like this video. And if you like this content, I do these every Tuesday, so look forward to that. I also got some Nintendo videos coming out. I'm going to do Lost Nintendo Games, like a little series on that. The first one is going to be N64DD. I'm going to be talking about like really obscure stuff, like the Jungle Emperor game, the Cabbage game. I'm going to just dig really deep and just like get in there and get to those icebergs. I don't know. if the iceberg is a good way to compare it, but I'm just gonna dig deep and I'm gonna find some really obscure stuff and we're gonna talk about it. So if you like obscure Nintendo stuff, then I might just be your girl. I might just be the one for you to watch me talk about this and ramble. And if you like me talking and rambling about this stuff, then welcome aboard, because you're gonna get a lot of that. So yeah, that's about it. And I got class in like 30 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Also doing a video on Lost Anime Dubs, so if you are down with that too, and if you are just as weeby as I am, then look forward to that. That's gonna be a series. So yeah, without further ado, I will see you in the next video. Bye guys! I don't know how cringe this looks, but hopefully not that cringe. Bye guys!